everyone, this is Connie and I'm here to let you know about my condition called claw hand. And here's my hand, see? Basically this is a genetic disorder that people can get if it's a combination of genes in the gene pool. They aren't exactly sure what the one cause is, if there is a single cause, but they're pretty sure it's a combination. When I say they, I mean doctors and the professionals that are like genealogists and things of that nature. Basically what this is if your family has usually has some kind of heart condition and or a neurological condition like lupus, then if you have a set of parents who has the genes for one or the other or both, then you're more likely to have a child born this way. What happens is in utero, as I was developing and whatnot, my arms and limbs were all growing out like they should be, and then when it got to my hands and feet, they decided that my body, for whatever reason, decided that it just did not want to grow any further. And what happened was the nerves in my arm, especially on my left arm, which is the one that has the hand like that, it just stopped. The cells just stopped producing, they stopped growing, and what happened was, and I can show you, see I'm holding my phone with my left hand now, my right hand is fine and normal, moves, no issues. My left hand, when I was born, had the first bone in each of the fingers, and it actually had a fingernail on each of the fingertips like a normal finger hand would. It just didn't have 3 bones, it only had the first. Because my hand didn't have very many nerve connections, and the nerve connections that were there weren't properly formed, the blood flow wasn't proper in my hand either. What happened was my hand got crushed as a baby. We don't know how it happened. It didn't happen in my parents' care. We think it happened when I was in daycare or something along the lines of that. But basically my parents noticed that my hand was starting to swell, turn colors, and there was something wrong. So they took me to the doctor. The doctor did all their tests and whatnot, and they basically did surgery, removed my fingers because they were not functionable. And they did that so that I could have a functioning, moving hand. Otherwise it would just be dead weight. They knew it would be growing with me, but it wouldn't be able to move, it wouldn't be able to do much of anything, and I wouldn't be able to function as I am now. Maybe if it happened today, they may have been able to do some kind of therapies or whatnot, but because this happened in the late 70s, the technologies weren't there for me to have that option, and my parents to have that option for me. So in any case, the doctors removed what they could. They're giving me the claw hand. They also have lobster hand, which is basically when they have all of their digits and they're completely formed, but they do like a Spock and they're fused together. Now, this is something that my father has fused toes, but it has nothing to do with necessarily me, we don't think. I've never been told definitely one way or the other. It's just a coincidence kind of thing. So in any case, because I was born like this, and I should note that the mother, which is my mother, has no control. There was nothing she could have done to prevent this. There was nothing she could have done to cause this. It's both the mother and the father's gene pool, and it's just one of those random chances that happens in evolution of, cells combining and whatnot. This is such a rare thing that about 1 in 2.5 to 10 million people have it. So it's in the world, I think there's a total of 8 of us that have this particular condition that I have. And I may be wrong on that. There may be some, tribes in rural areas that just have it. But because it's only the one hand for me, that makes it a little bit more rare. Usually people have both hands and or feet. My feet are normal and healthy. If you can see my feet, see my toes, my feet. In any case, yeah, so there's nothing that anybody could have done to prevent this. Well, now that my biggest issue is discrimination. I have people coming up to me and they have the best intentions in the world and they're offering to make me prosthetics and things of that nature. I have nothing against prosthetics. Prosthetics are wonderful for people who have been in car accidents or in war or have been in some kind of horrible situation where they've lost a limb or limbs, and they need something to feel more normal and function to what they were born with. But it's the same thing for me. Because I was born this way and I grew up this way, it's just, I've always had it, and I know what I'm capable of, and I know what I'm not capable of, just like everybody else. You wouldn't ask any other lady or person to just randomly go pick up 100 pounds of cement and without the proper tools. Well, it's the same thing with me. I can pick up 100 pounds of cement if I absolutely have to, but I would need the proper tools to make it safer for myself. Employers tend to discriminate against me. I tend to work with child care type situations for my work, and the children, at first, I've had a few children afraid of me, but they warm up to me fairly quickly, and they find, because I see other children playing with me and sitting with me and talking with me, and they become my friends, and they start talking to me, and they love me to death, and eventually they forget altogether that my hand's like this. So do my friends. My friends forget about it, and sometimes there's situations I have to remind them, oh, I can't do that because of whatever. And it's over little stupid things like the little string games that kids play. I can't play that game because I have to have 10 fingers to play it, and I don't have 10 fingers. Little things like that. I can tie my shoes and do everything else that everybody else can do. That's why they forget that I even have a hand like this. In any case, I'm just letting you know that this is how it is. My biggest pet peeve is when adults come and they see my hand, they don't know me, and they start whispering to each other, or they point at me and they stare at me, and it's just rude. Make fun of me because of my weight, whatever. Make fun of me because of my haircut or bad makeup, I get it. But don't make fun of somebody because of something that they have literally no control over. That's just discrimination and just flat out rude. And what bugs me even more is when the children that they have with them will look at them and start shushing them. Because the children are asking, Mommy, what about happened to that lady's hand? Or something along the lines of that. That's not cool. If I hear that, I will go up to the child and I'll be like, that's the way God made me. I can do everything you can do. And usually if I do something like tie my shoe, then the child will see that I'm just like they are. I just happen to have a different kind of hand. And I'll point out something different that they have. They may have a different color hair or whatever. It's the way everybody's made, and it's just the way who we are. So in any case, that's me. This is my hand. And if you have any questions or comments, then please ask. I will gladly answer. If I don't know, then I can try to find out for you. But other than that, have a blessed day, and hope everybody has a awesome time researching this for whatever reason you're doing it for. Thanks, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.